All right, everybody, ready to talk career goals. Today, we are diving into some awesome notes from all of you on how to take your career to the next level.
Love it. And, these tips are practical, they're actionable, ready to jump in.
Let's do it.
Mm.
And the first thing that stood out to me, everyone wants to talk about setting clear goals.
Makes sense to me.
But it's funny, so many people I talk to, they'll say, I want a better job. But then when I ask, okay, what does better even mean? What does that actually look like for you? They kind of freeze.
Yeah, it's like better is this big abstract idea. We
Exactly.
need to make it real, make it concrete. And that's where setting SMART goals comes in. And just a refresher, SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound.
Music to my ears. So walk us through it. How do we take a wishy-washy career goal and give it that smart makeover?
All right, so let's say your goal is, I want to get promoted. Okay, great starting point. But a smart version of that might sound something like, within the next 2 years, I want to become a senior marketing manager, and I aim to achieve this by leading a successful product launch campaign.
Ooh, I like it.
Right. Suddenly, we're not just talking about climbing some invisible ladder. We have a clear target, we have a time frame, and we even have a measurable achievement tied to it. You can track your progress, you can see those milestones, and that, my friend, is super motivating.
It's like night and day. And you know what else goes hand in hand with setting those goals? Never stop learning. You've got to stay curious. Yeah.
Absolutely. Continuous learning, big one. Especially in today's world, things are changing so rapidly. Remember that whole debacle with the soda company, the one with the polar bears?
Oh, yeah.
They were so busy putting money into traditional advertising, billboards, the whole shebang.
Well, their competitors were like, hey, social media exists.
Exactly. And it's not just about like getting another degree or whatever. It's about having that growth mindset, being adaptable, being willing to pick up new skills as your industry evolves. There are so many incredible resources out there too, online courses, industry conferences, heck, even following the right people on LinkedIn can be eye-opening.
So true. And speaking of connecting with the right people, that leads us to another big one from the listener notes. Networking strategically.
Yes. Networking, it's not just about showing up at events and collecting business cards like their Pokemon cards.
Right. It's not a numbers game.
It's about building genuine relationships and doing it in a way that's aligned with your goals. Kind of like finding a mentor, wouldn't you say?
100%. And let me tell you, having a mentor has been a game changer for me. Like back when I was first starting out in podcasting, I had this mentor who basically took me under their wing,
Oh, I love that.
taught me everything I know about storytelling, about audio editing, about how to connect with an audience. Priceless.
See, mentorship is gold.
Yeah.
And, I think there's this misconception that a mentor has to be like this big shot CEO or someone super high up.
Right, like some intimidating figure in a corner office.
Exactly. But honestly, sometimes the most valuable mentorship comes from someone who's maybe just a few steps ahead of you on the path.
Yeah.
A former professor, a colleague in a different department, someone you just really click with and who gets you.
Absolutely. Now, you got me thinking about my own network. There's this amazing marketing director I met at a conference a few months ago. We really hit it off. And she's doing some really innovative work in sustainable marketing, which I'm super passionate about.
There you go. Sounds like a potential mentor connection if I ever heard one.
You're right. I'm going to send her an email later today just to catch up and pick her brain a bit.
Love it.
Yeah.
That reminds me, the last point on our list today is all about taking initiative. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there.
Totally. Career advancement,
Mhm.
it's not a spectator sport, right?
Mhm.
You've got to be proactive. And yeah, sometimes that means stepping outside of your comfort zone a bit. Like at that time, I pitched that crazy idea to the higher ups.
Oh, tell me more.
Oh man, it was a whole thing. But looking back, even though it didn't pan out exactly how I envisioned, it got me noticed by the right people. I ended up with a completely different opportunity that I never would have seen coming if I hadn't put myself out there.
See, initiative. It's all about those actions. Sometimes the detours are where you find the most interesting paths. And thinking about all of this, the goals, the learning, the connections, the initiative, it all ties back to this bigger question. What do you want your legacy to be? 5, 10 years down the road? What do you want to be known for in your field? What mark do you want to leave? That's something I want all of you listening to really sit with today.
Such a powerful question. And you know what? It's not a one-time answer either. It's something to revisit as you grow and evolve throughout your career journey.
Exactly. It's a lifelong exploration, and that's what makes it so exciting.